Two people can live through the exact same situation and walk away with completely different lives. One person can see failure and decide they are not good enough. Another sees failure and realizes they finally learn what does not work. One person gets rejected and believes love is impossible for them. Another gets rejected and understands that not everyone is meant to stay in their life. Same situation, different perspectives. This is why perspective changes everything. Life is not only shaped by what happens to you, it is shaped by the meaning you give to what happens. Rain can ruin someone's day. Another person hears the rain and finally feels calm after weeks of stress. A person loses a job and thinks their life is falling apart. Years later, they realize it pushed them towards a better future they never would have found otherwise. A difficult childhood can become an excuse to stay broken forever. Or it can become the reason someone grows into a stronger and kinder person. The way people see things changes the way they experience life itself. A bad moment feels permanent when viewed through fear. The same moment becomes temporary when viewed through patience. That is why some people stay trapped inside problems while others grow from them. Perspective decides whether pain becomes wisdom or bitterness. Many people suffer twice, first from the situation, then from the story they created around it. One embarrassing moment turns into, everyone thinks I'm stupid. One mistake turns into, I always ruin everything. A setback becomes proof that success will never happen. Meanwhile, reality was never that extreme to begin with. The mind can turn small problems into heavy burdens depending on the perspective attached to them. Even time changes perspective. Things that once felt like life ruining eventually become memories people laugh about years later on. An awkward moment in school once felt like the end of the world. A friendship ending once felt impossible to recover from. Failing at something once felt humiliating. Now those moments barely matter. That alone proves how powerful perspective is. People often believe they need a complete different life to feel better. Sometimes they only need a different way of looking at the life they already have. A slow season does not always mean failure. It may simply be a period of growth nobody else can see it. Being alone does not always mean loneliness. Sometimes it is a peace for the first time in years. Starting over is not always losing everything. Sometimes it is finally refusing to settle for less. Perspective changes suffering too. A challenge can either feel like punishment or preparation. A hard moment can either destroy confidence or build resilience. The strongest people are not people who avoid pain completely. They are people who learn how to see pain differently. A mature mind understands that not everything happening against you is actually against you. Some lessons only arrive through discomfort. Some growth only happens through struggle. Some endings are necessary even when they hurt. That does not mean pain feels good. It simply means pain is not always meaningless. Perspective also changes happiness. Many people keep chasing huge moments while ignoring beautiful, ordinary ones. A quiet morning, food after a long day, laughing until your stomach hurts, someone checking on you without being asked, finally feeling understood after carrying thoughts alone for too long. A grateful perspective turns simple moments into meaningful ones. Without that perspective, even a good life can feel empty. Comparison ruins perspective faster than almost anything else. The internet makes people believe they are behind in life because someone else seems more successful, attractive, richer, or happier. Meanwhile, people rarely see the stress, insecurity, loneliness, or struggles hidden behind the screens. A person can have money and still feel miserable. Someone can have very little and and still sleep peacefully at night. Perspective decides what people focus on. What you focus on slowly becomes your reality. A person who only notices problems will always feel unlucky. A person who notices growth, lessons, and opportunities will continue moving forward even during difficult seasons. That does not mean ignoring reality. It means choosing not to let negativity control the entire meaning of your life. Perspective changes relationships too. One person can see criticism as disrespect, another sees it as honesty, someone trying to help them improve. One person views apologizing as weakness, another understands it takes strength to put pride aside. Eventually, everybody learns this lesson one way or another. Life feels heavier when viewed through fear, anger, jealousy, and constant negativity. And life feels lighter when viewed through patience, gratitude, understanding, and growth. Perspective does not magically remove problems. It changes how much power those problems have over you. And sometimes, changing the way you see things changes everything else with it.